Hello and good morning. Welcome to Today at the Races presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stanton Salter along with our odds maker Keith Fustel here on a beautiful Saturday morning as we get you ready for a big 11 race card. I believe we have 5 big fields on our world-class turf course, and if you like leftovers, good leftovers, then today's your day as we have not 1, not 2, but 3 carryovers left over from yesterday. We had some long shot winners yesterday, including in the last Edgar Prado with a big price winner in the last race yesterday. That knocked everybody out of the late pick 5, so nice carryovers in the pick 6, super high 5, and late pick 5 today.
Yeah, Tony Aguirre.
Tony Aguirre,
yeah.
Edgar Prado
First
in the
time
last.
on the grass. I know my partner Bill threw a couple bucks on the horse. Was unproven, as some of the other ones were proven not to be that special on the turf, and threw the horse in. Got a nice trip, ground-saving trip, and won kind of easy. He actually drew away one by about 3 1/4. So good. Congratulations to the connections.
I hit the late pick 5, 4 out of 5 for a big whopping $13 and change. So nobody, if I had that Prado horse in the last, you'd have the whole pool. So let's show you the 3 nice carryovers for today. Hope you did your homework. Bunch of big fields. There's the biggest carryover. That's going to start race 6 today. The 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 carryover now over 10,000. That's getting up there. That's going to attract some new attention today on a big Saturday. Over 10,000. We'll have some good new money bet into the pick 6 today. The super high 5 starting in race 1 has a low 15% takeout. Nice big carryover today, over 7,000. That's every race with 7 or more horses. So keep your eye on that. If they don't hit it in race 1, it'll carry over to the next race with 7 or more horses. So that's a nice carryover. Then the late pick 5. I have a ticket for the late pick 5. I have 2 singles on my late pick 5 ticket. I'm going deep in the other 3 races. Nice carryover, a little over 2,400 in that late pick 5 with an industry low 12% takeout. That's going to be well played today. That starts in race 7. Let's show you the track conditions. We're fast and firm this afternoon here. It's a little overcast right now, but the sun's trying to come out, and there's the conditions, fast and firm. Let's see, weather today, what are we in the upper 60s, guys? My guess. What do you think, Keith? Yeah, there you go. 68 and sunny, fast and firm. Your thoughts on how both courses were playing yesterday?
Turf fairly honest again. Dirt still a slight edge outside. Circlers are doing fine. You see the riders are kind of even on the horses on the lead, staying about the 2 or 3 path most of the way, and then got even further out as soon as they get into the stretch. But this looks like the day we're going to have to sneak it in. We've got a nice day today. Questionable weather Sunday and Monday.
All right, so let's enjoy the nice card today. Let's get right to it here. Race 1 kicks off that rolling super high 5. Carryover a little over $7,074 here in that rolling super high 5. The opener also kicks off that early pick 5. Mandatory payout on the early pick 5. And just like the late pick 5, low 12% takeout on the early pick 5. Here we go, race 1. We're going 5.5 furlongs on the Fort Marcy. Rail setting at 87 feet. It's a maiden claiming 16,000. Filly and mares 3 and up. I go way outside here, thinking the 9. Saturday's Rain. Last shot here. My last shot here was Saturday's Rain. She's over 13, but I think today's today. I think she'll get a nice trip from the outside with Horacio Caramanos aboard for Ferris Allen. Ferris Allen trying to get a win here this meet. He's had a couple of good efforts here, and this horse ran a nice race back in July against maiden 25,000 company sprinting on the turf. That was the last time she was on the turf. A very good second. Yeah, she was a beaten favorite, but that was against maiden 25. She'll face easier company today. She didn't have the best trip back in July. Second off a brief freshening. I think today's the day for Ferris Allen and Saturday's Rain.
Yeah, I mean, Connections probably would have hoped the 1 stayed in the race. Noble Nation awfully quick from the gate would have gone out and entertained the pace. Leaves this Penn National horse. Still going to go away at an okay price, I believe. Spicy Dancer now could be kind of left alone on the lead. The number a couple races back of 58 over a soft going against state-bred maiden special weight races. Caliber horses, puts this horse into the mix. I think the Connections don't get a bet a lot. This horse will be forward a long way in here. I'm going to use the 6 into the mix. I'll move to the outside with the 12. Scene of the Crime. We're going to go first time Claudio. This horse draws in due to the scratch of the 1. Also scratched the 3. The 13 on down are out of today's opener. Scene of the Crime. Not a bad couple races. Debut run and the second start against Virginia Breds. Okay. Came off a little bit of a layoff. I expected a little bit more in that maiden 16 race against Crossroads. But you know what? We're going to go into Claudio's barn.
Yeah,
And this
yeah,
could
first
be a
off the
major
claim.
change. First off the claim, 40%. And really not known. He doesn't claim a lot of turf horses. Has had a couple winners of late. I think Scene of the Crime will show a little bit more speed. Jockey Trainer combo awfully strong as well.
All right, I missed that one, to be honest with you. The one scratches, so that's the only horse that draws in off the AE, correct? The 12?
Yes.
Scene of the Crime.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and 3-1 morning line. Katie Davis aboard. You better pay attention to that one. First off the claim for the leading trainer, Claudio Gonzalez. She's going to need to do better than she did last time, but in the new barn, that could certainly happen. He's 40% with a positive ROI first off the claim, and he waits the 30 days and goes right back in for the 16,000. So, yeah, the 12, Scene of the Crime, a must-use here in the early pick 5. I throw the 10 Wiggle Room into my exacta. Kevin Gomez aboard for Ann Merriman. A good second here on the turf back in September. Not sure, well, they had a little traffic problem in the stretch in that back in that October 1st race. Didn't run very well off the turf last out. But if we can get back, had to break from the one hole back in September. That was a good effort at this level. We can get back to that. I think she'll get a nice trip from the outside here with Kevin Gomez. I'll throw the 10 Wiggle Room into my exacta.
I think we've got a video of the 2 Grand Lassie as well. Yep. Has raced against Wiggle Room. Go back to that 16th of September race. Do we have that, guys? Great, thank you. Grand Lassie, number 3 that day, encounters a little trouble. Had some positional speed early, and the jockeys kind of had to, steady when tightened up nearing the far turn. Actually checked pretty sharply there as the leaders kind of get away. Moonshine Lullaby sitting in honest pace, getting some pressure. And that certainly hampered this horse. He ends up down inside. You see Wiggle Room running third, closes up the gap. This horse, Grand Lassie's going to alter course, I believe, a little bit late. Keeps on pretty willingly to the wire, only to get beat a length and a quarter behind Alyssa and Lisa, who did come back to be a rallying second for 12-5, 2 in life. A good effort there, I thought. A nice recovery for Grand Lassie. And Dale Capuano live today. He's got some live runners throughout today's racing card.
He's been live all fall meet. He's having a phenomenal meet. 6 winners, 21% win clip for Dale Capuano so far this fall. So nice little maiden 16 turf sprint there in the opener to kick off that early pick 5, and it has that nice big carryover in the rolling super high 5 if they don't hit it in the first.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Sorry?
If they don't, carries on over. And we got a nice little they pumped into the last race yesterday with that heavy favorite. So that's why you've got that nice carryover for your super high 5. But video spotlights, pay a little attention. I think we might have given out one a little $16 winner yesterday.
Proudly came out proudly yesterday. We have another one here in the second race. Video spotlight on the 2 Ice Lake from the Carlos Mancilla barn. I use this 3-year-old gelding in my top 3. Here's a race from October 7th here at Laurel Park. He's going to get the bug boy Luis Rodriguez to ride today. Xavier Perez was aboard last time here. Good second at the same level he's going to run today.
Still in a period where the rail was still not really that strong at all, and Ice Lake had a tough trip, kind of hemmed in behind a couple horses. X-Men had to just almost be a little bit hesitant. Really didn't get that clear scene, but boy, he's gutsy. Comes right on up the inside through the stretch, but as I said, not riding the best part of the racetrack. I like the way this horse, though, continues on. Union Blues, I think, might have been dropping for Kieran. Got the best trip, lugging in there from the 6th path to the rail. We're going to see this horse, I believe, on the turf later today, but good, willing finish for Ice Lake. The major question, stretching out to the 7 furlongs, 5.5 to 7. The transition might be a little bit tricky for him, but I think a user in race 2.
All right, race 2 kicks off the early pick 4. Let's see how you played it. You have a ticket. Let's see how deep you went. You went 3 deep here in the second race.
We're going to go ahead and use the 2 Ice Lake. The 8-cent Calm also into the mix. Probably going to be a heavy favorite on a drop going from turf to dirt for trainer Jason Egan, and also include the 5. My train going to be my top selection for Dale Capuano, as we said. Pretty live in several races this afternoon. Third race, 3 deep, the 1, 4, and 10. 2 deep in the 4th with the 7 and 9. Finishing off in the 5th race with the 1, the 2, and the 10. Eternal Bull, a little price shot in the 5th. $27 early pick 4 ticket.
All right. Okay. I like. We had a nice action in the late pick 4 yesterday. It was around 25,000 in the late pick 4 yesterday. So we'll have 3 pick 4s this afternoon. There's Keith's early pick 4 ticket. Let's take a look here at the second race. Claiming 10,000, 3 and up. Never won 2 lifetime. Going 7 furlongs. I think it's a kind of chalky early daily double. I like the favorite in the opener, Saturday's Rain. I like the favorite here, the 8-cent Calm First off the claim for trainer Jason Egan. Julian Pimentel rides his 3-year-old son More Than Ready. Last out on the yielding turf course. Maybe didn't like the yielding turf course. Was claimed that day by Jason Egan. Egan waits the 30 days. Puts him back in here for 10,000 on the drop, going 7 furlongs. He should be dead fit, going 7 furlongs, cutting back in distance from that turf race. And he had a nice maiden win, going a mile here on the main fast track back in August. Had a nice win by 4 1/4 there. Strong 67 buyer. The horse that was second would come back to win. So I think dropping back down to this level, CENTCOM's going to be awfully tough.
It certainly looks like. I want to say that this horse has been entered a couple times, main track only, in some turf races. Hadn't had the fortunate for those horse races to come off. No, ends up here, jamming in. If this horse doesn't win here, I don't know what to think. I mean, he looks awfully tough. I'm going to try to be. He's going to be a short price. My Train comes in for Dale Capuano off of a debut score at Presque Isle. I like how this horse, 12-horse field. Horse was able to get position early over that synthetic surface, won clear, a nice stride. Straight away late, next out winner, talked to the media, came back to win. Here's a nice little stat. Dale, 4 for 4 synthetic to dirt over the last couple of years, 9 for 14 in the money with a positive ROI. They had a horse do it the other day.
Yeah.
They came back to win.
Sure.
He's done it twice now.
I believe he has this meet, yeah.
So I take a little shot. My Train, a slight upset over the 8 CENTCOM.
All right, well spotted here for his second career start. I use him in my top 4. We both like the 4 here. Earned it for the Howard Wolfendale barn on the drop here. This is a better level for this 3-year-old son of Cal Nation. Gets Alex Centron to ride today. So this on the drop, I think, earned it for Strong Connections. Could be right there.
Yeah, I go back. This horse really caught my eye with a good effort back over the sloppy surface at Pimlico in the spring. Really hasn't come back to duplicate that grittiness, that tough effort. Moved to Centron today, a little drop-in class. Could be running late.
All right, and then we both like the 2 here, Ice Lake. We talked about Ice Lake, and then we talked about the 5. All right, let's turn the page here. Back on the turf here for the 3rd race. We're going 5.5 on the Kelso. Rail at 35 feet, claiming 16,000 3-year-olds or older horses. Never won 3. And one of my price plays of the day here. I like the 6, In Arrears, my top pick here. I think at this level, In Arrears is going to be awfully tough. J.D. Acosta rides for trainer Cal Lynch. This horse had a good second 2 starts ago against 25,000 starter allowance company. That anything close to that will be good enough here at this level. Not sure what happened last out. Didn't run very well. Maybe he bounced a little bit his last race on October 6th, but he's getting a class relief today. I think he'll get a good trip with Acosta aboard for a good barn here, the 6 In Arrears.
Yeah, maybe just wants a little bit more help up front. That's why he kind of got to the front and just dictated. The 2-back try, Roby's Boy came back and ran okay in New York. Connections with the 10, trying to take the drop here, take the edge with Silver Romeo. Blinkers on today. Blinkers on, late change of equipment for the 10, Silver Romeo. Shortening up, has never sprinted on the turf, has certainly kept the right kind of company. Has enough speed to keep this field, within his sights. I think he's going to be awfully tough. Another little price shot here of the 4, Prince Tony at 5-1 on your morning line. Nearly pulled off a major upset at 48-1. 2 starts back for trainer Joan Reynolds. You see the form has improved. Turf has improved dirt. Her horses are running quite well, evidenced by Abracadabra, who overcame a really tough trip to run a good second the other day. I think Prince Tony fires right back on the grass somewhere from mid-pack.
All right, yeah, I like Prince Tony, and I use him in my top 3. We're not going to get 48-1 today on him, but maybe we'll get a decent price. And I like the 10 on the outside, blinkers on. I didn't have that, so late change of equipment there. Blinkers on. Good ride and Bug Boy here. Franklin Savalos, he had a 2-win day, I believe, yesterday, right, or last weekend. Yep. And yeah, this horse should get a nice trip. Hopefully on the outside, cutting back in distance. Will be coming late for trainer Hugh McMahon. So we both like that horse. I throw the 7 into the mix here as well. Tightly bridled, likes to hang around here at this level. 3rd last time here in his last race at this level. Gets Forest Boys today. The 2-time winner on the grass. Always likes to come and running late to get a check. I think this isn't the toughest group. He likes to show up here against this guy.
Yeah, he makes the same move every time. Rates, moves, hangs. Rates, moves, kind of hangs. I mean, his numbers put him right into the fold here. It's just got to follow through a little bit better. I mean, his last couple, he looked like a winner on the turn and just hasn't sustained. I mean, he made today. Wouldn't surprise me. The one, Piper Hill. Here goes Dale Capuano again, ringing right at you with the first 3 races. Stole one for 7,500 back in June, reaching and claimed this horse. Lasix went on. You saw the steady improvement. Breeding is there. Bottom side, Gulch. The mare was getting a couple really, really nice runners.
Right.
Piper Hill can't be left out.
All right, you mentioned Dale Cap might have a big day this afternoon here. Let's take a look here at the 4th race to kick off the middle. Pick 4 going 7 furlongs on the main track, claiming 7,500, 3 and up. This is haven't won a race in 6 months. I go with the 7 on top here. Is this Grandy Shores? Yeah, Grandy Shores is going to be awfully tough here. Going 7 furlongs at this level. Grandy Shores, the 9-year-olds, made over 650,000. Forrest Boyce will ride. He almost won at this level 3 starts ago, going 6 furlongs. He was coming wide. Now he's going 7 furlongs today, dropping back down to this level for the new barn here. Robert Leaf Jr. We both like the old timer here.
Yeah, he's maintained pretty decent form off the claim. Claim 3 back from Kieran. Comes back to the condition 75. There's not a lot of speed in this race, which I think is going to leave him a little bit closer. I hope it just doesn't hurt his finish. He sometimes likes a little bit of a pace up front. Hey, if I can't get Bobby Leaf at 50 to 1, maybe I can get him at 3.
You missed him at Argento? Or no, the turf horse you liked.
Jammer.
That's right, Jammer. Yeah. Get him next time at 6 to 1.
Classic Wildcat is another user. Yeah. We've seen it. He loves this track. A good race last time. Got a nice little setup. He's in form. There's some questionable form with some of these horses. You got some horses dropping in a little bit. At least he's consistent. Classic Wildcat.
He is. He runs his best for Toledo, I have to say. Jevion Toledo gets the most run out of this horse. He gets a good journeyman rider today. Steve Hamilton. We'll see if Cowboy can get the same result. We both like the 10. The 10 Banner Bill might be the speed of the race
I think
from the outside.
I think you're right, Stan. You saw that, was it 2 races back? Hustled inside through pretty good fractions, 23 and 246. I mean, there's just not. Maybe Sam Sparkle will be close off of the last race at Delaware. Mythos just scratch. Demon Buster, who stole my stock, really doesn't have any speed. Now, we've seen it from Duke and with Dale. That could be the other one. You know, he has shown speed on occasion. That was a tricky race to line. I thought you still should get a square price on Grandy Shores. Maybe they'll come in and just pound the horse, but I don't think anybody should be really under 5 to 2 in here.
It'll be good to see the 9-year-old Grandy Shores get back to the winner's circle there in the 4th race. Let's take a look here at race 5, going 6 furlongs on the Fort Marcy turf course, rail at 87 feet. This is a 16,000 starter allowance, optional claiming 16,000. Another price play I like here, 12 to 1. Morning line, the 9 Stormnet for the Hall of Famer King Leatherberry, cutting back in distance today. I like that. We're getting Horacio Caramanos. I think is going to get a nice trouble-free trip on the outside. This horse had a nice win on the Laurel turf this past June against 16,000 3 life. He's been running against Allowance Company since, so he finds an easier spot today. If there's a fast early pace, Caramanos will have him out in the clear with a clear running lane turner for home, hopefully.
Yeah, I might have this horse lined a little bit too high. I know he was 60 to 1 in that allowance race, but he made a pretty big, bold move, middle move. Granted, couldn't sustain. The 6 furlongs on the turf could be a nice little distance for Stormnet. Dropping at Delarna, the winner of that race, has been absolutely red hot. So the higher price of the 2 Leatherberry's horses is what you like here. Adversary, a good try behind Where's Dominic. In that open 15, now comes to a condition is okay. I'm going to use Adversary. I'm going to use Axtell. I think should be a slight favorite here. And then let's go to the outside, though, with the 10, Eternal Bull. He's only tried to turf 5 times, a win, a second, and a third. The 3-back try, that was a pretty tough race at Suffolk. Going back and looking, some droppers from 2 other thans were in this race. Abbott, the winner, came back to run third for a 35-3 in life at Belmont. Not a lot of speed. Maybe we'll have to deal with running in the Vale. This horse is pretty gritty to the end. Eternal Bull with a trainer I don't know a whole lot about, but I like the positional speed for the 10. I think he can carry himself a long way in here.
And then you have to wonder, how far can he go? The 6 furlong distance, I think, begs for a closer. That's a long run down the stretch to the second wire. I don't use the 10. And the 1, the other Leatherberry horse, Adversary, I'm not crazy about the inside post, but I shouldn't let that bother me because going 6 furlongs, they have plenty of room down the back stretch and the home stretch to get out of traffic. This horse a good third to 2 starts ago against Open 15,000 company. So, yeah, it could be right there. We both like the 2. Axtell for Kevin Boniface. A big effort going 6 furlongs. Last out at 28-1 up there against Allowance Company at Belmont.
Yeah, a good effort. You know, the 6 furlongs was okay at 28-1. You won't get remotely close to that with Forest Voice. But Adversary, you know, you look at his two-back race on the turf for that Open 15. Looking at the speed scenario, there's not a lot of horses that have the speed. I think Billy Bull might have been in that race. Great provider. Very quick fractions in that September 17th race. He's going to drag. Boy, he could be poised right at the head of the lane, just breathing down their throats and ready to roll on by with Stevie.
All right, let's get a quick commercial break. When we come back, nice big carryover in that 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. Carryover over 10,000 today. We'll take a look at that right after this. Over 10,000 carryover today in that 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. That's going to be well played today on a big Saturday afternoon. Bunch of big fields on the turf. $10,000 to $18 and the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. It starts in race 6. We have a nice carryover in the late pick 5 as well, 2,400. So I have a ticket for you in the late pick 5. Let's take a look here at the first leg here of this pick 6. Maiden claiming 16,000 for 2-year-olds, going 5.5 furlongs on the main track. Let's take a look here. You have your eye on a horse here. The 10 Distinctive Ride's going to get a much better outside post today for trainer Hugh McMahon. Jockey Katie Davis will ride. Let's show you the race from October 7th from Distinctive Ride right here at Laurel Park. Here we go.
Show this race coming out of the gate. The number 2 that day. Here we go. We can roll it, guys. Actually shows, you know, okay speed. Comes out of the gate fine. A little gate speed. Horses kind of move up to the outside, and this horse is going to have to steady slightly. We see the short comment there. Ease back, nearing the half-mile marker, leaving the 5/8 there, but trying to hold position inside of 3 other horses to the outside. The first just couldn't quite. Actually, 4 now moving up. And as we talked about, inside not the greatest places. This horse kind of ends up steadying slightly, probably giving up at least 2.5 lengths, but stays down towards the inside from there. And oldies but goodies, good-looking winner for Trombetta, first time out. A horse I believe we had stand on the show. Wins clear by 4 1/4. We're going to follow this out there. We're going to pick up Distinctive Ride towards the inside in the purple silks. You know, just keep on trying a little bit, and we're going to follow it up through the gallop out. And this, like I said, this horse stayed inside every step of the way. We're seeing up in between horses there, just outside the horse in the red shadow roll. Okay.
Yeah.
Through the gallop out. Distinctive Ride, though. The thing is, this is kind of got me. The horse ran okay for 40. Let's give it away for 16.
Right, big drop.
That's the whole kicker. All or nothing shot for the 10 Distinctive Ride.
Jockey Katie Davis and trainer Hugh McMahon, the highest win percentage for any jockey trainer combo here at the meet. I like the 10. I'll use that runner in my exacta. I end up on the 1. I was going to pick the Salzman first timer, the 8 eyes first, but that horse is scratched, so I end up on the 1. He's out of Queen. 7-2 morning line here for trainer Jamie Ness, 2-year-old colt by Brahms. A good-looking debut. Had to break from the 1 hole in a big 10-horse field. Came through traffic, a good third against Maiden, 16,000. Now right back in here for the second spot. A nice bullet 5 furlong work here at Laurel Park since that good-looking debut. Gets Toledo aboard. I think the 1, he's out of Queen, is going to be awfully tough here in the 6.
Yeah, I should probably have that horse into the mix. Double Knot Spy. You know, Mare Productive has done okay with the firsters. Debut 2-year-olds with Wayne have been fine.
Yes.
The jockey trainer have done well. I don't think you can really dismiss the 5 Double Knot Spy at all. The 11 Sir Mischief, you know, is the speed from the outside. Could be the speed of the speed. and now drops down another notch.
The 5 double naught spy was schooling in the paddock here yesterday with Blaine Potts,
Okay.
a good-looking 2-year-old by Mission Impassable. Wayne kind of gave the nod that he likes the 2-year-old.
Maybe the high sign, eh?
Yeah,
All
said he likes the horse here
Okay.
and thinks the horse will run well in the debut. And like you said, he's been doing well with his debut runners. Him and Jen Miller scored with a debut runner at Timonium. So, all right, so nice little maiden 16 here to kick off the pick 6. Let's take a look here. Race 7 starts the late pick 5. Nice carryover, $2,421 carryover in the late pick 5 today. That's going to be well played with that industry low 12% takeout. There it is, $2,422 in the late pick 5. I have a ticket. Let's take a look. A $40 play. I'm going to go with 2 singles. I need to get 2 singles home, and then I have some good coverage in the other races. Race 7, my best bet of the day is number 5, MC Squared. Katie Davis and Hugh McMahon. MC Squared, a 4-time winner here at Laurel Park. Won at this level last time. I think he's going to be much the best once again today. So keying on the 5 here in race 7. Race 8's a nice maiden special weight. I'll go 4 deep there. A nice maiden 40 there in the 9th race, going 4 deep there. Race 10, our allowance feature of the day. 2 other than Filly and Mare Turf Sprint and the 5 Mona Vista crossing in fine form right now for Ollie Figgins. This 4-year-old filly looking to make it 4 in a row. I'll single on that filly. And then race 11's a wide open maiden 10 going 7 furlongs, going 5 deep in there. Late pick 5, I think, is going to be my favorite bet of the day today.
It's a good. I mean, we talked about it. It's a spread sequence every race, every day almost. It seems you came up with a couple singles. They're going to be shorter prices. I like the angle that you take though. They're going to be on the front end. It's their race to lose. If all things go okay out of the gate for both of those runners, your singles, they're the ones to catch. They're proven. So to keep that ticket reasonable, you have to do it. Yeah.
$40 ticket. Yeah, let's take a look here. Race 7 claiming 7,500, 3 and up, 6 furlongs on the Fort Marcy turf, rail at 87 feet. The 5 MC Squared, he's won going 2 turns on the turf here before at Laurel Park on the front end. He's very fast. He's almost set track records, I believe, on the front end before going 2 turns on the turf. He just won going 5.5 here on the turf, going wire to wire. So I think his speed even more dangerous going 6 furlongs today. He's a 4-time winner at Laurel Park at this $7,500 level. He's very tough. So the connections, they don't try to step up off that last win. They're going right back in here for another win. That's why he's 9-5 and a deserved favorite here in the 7th.
You know, squeezing one more, maybe. You know, we're coming to the end of turf season. MC Squared, he's got speed. He doesn't mind a fight on the front end either. We saw it as evidenced by some of those wins going longer. Tenacious win going long back last spring. It's like kind of a rematch. MC Square, Great Harbor Key, and DeCajun Cat. Maybe DeCajun Cat will avoid a little bit of trouble early. I'm going to give a slight upset shot to the 1 with Ceballos. Kept on willingly after that early trouble behind MC Squared and Great Harbor Key. He's run okay, a good number at the distance. 3rd off of a lengthy layoff. A little scary that had that big break between July of 2016 and September of this year. But DeCajun Cat looks like the real only price shot upsetter in here. Blame Me comes from the back of back. Uncle Tito's interesting, coming off of a freshening for Phil Schoenthal, but he could have protected this horse, right, and did not. Puts his horse in for the tag. Don't know what quite to do with Uncle Tito, but MC Squared, clearly, he and Great Harbor Key, they're the 2 horses to beat.
I cashed a bet on Uncle Tito once at 18-1 when he won back in April of 2016. So he hasn't won since then, but some nice works. I used him in the exacta, the barn going well, the Schoenthal barn going very well, and some nice half-mile works here at Laurel Park for the comeback. You get Sheldon Russell. Uncle Tito will be coming out of it. I think he'll like the 6 furlongs. That's why I used him today in the exacta. We both like the 6 Great Harbor K, a good second last out behind MC Squared. So nice little turf sprint here to kick off the pick 5. I'm singling on MC Squared.
Stan, who did he beat? Do you have that race on your program, April 18th of 2016?
Ooh, Uncle Tito?
18-1.
Silent Tail.
Silent Tail, yeah. That was
Pat
a great pick, right. That was a great pick. He beat us out of a ton of money one day, I think, with was it Merriman on the at Pimlico? Yeah.
Uncle Tito.
Yeah.
All right, all right. Let's see if he's ready to roll coming off the layoff today
Yep.
for Schoenthal. Here we go, race 8. One of the features of the day, a nice maiden special weight for filly mares, 3 and up, 6 furlongs on the main track to kick off the late pick 4. And you know, trainer Arnaud Delacour is going to be locked and loaded with a first-time starter by Warfront. That's a nice $250,000 stud fee. It's a homebred for Alpha Delta Stables. You have a stat here on trainer Arnaud Delacour with his first-time starters.
Speaking of Delacour, the horse yesterday, tricks to do. Maybe you guys can show that video later in the day.
Yeah, nice
with
ride by
Virgil Lynch,
Lynch.
with the rain breaking. That'd be great to show the public. But Bloody Point, here we go. Trainer Arnaud Delacour over the past 5 years, 11 for 29, 19 for 29 in the money with 3-year-old filly first-time starters on the dirt. There's your ROI, 331. Bloody Point is out of a mare, Mona de Mama, won the Grade 1 Humana Distaff. So I think this horse will be ready to rock. First time again. Caramanos really never rides for Delacour. Lynch is out of town, I assume.
Lynch is at Santa Anita today, going to ride in a Grade 2.
That's right. It's got Just Howard. Okay.
The Maryland-bred Just Howard at Santa Anita later today.
Right. So Bloody Point, top selection here in race 8.
Yeah, I'm going with the strong connection, strong breeding as well here on the 3. The money's going to show up, you know that. The 6, Head for the Shore, good-looking second. First start in the new barn, last out. Now this daughter, Candy Ride, makes her second start in the new barn. A couple nice works since that race on September 21st. A nice half-mile bullet work October 13th here for trainer Jesse Cruz. J.D. Acosta will ride. So it's a small outfit. We'll probably get a nice price here on the 6, Head for the Shore.
You see horses like this, unfortunately, in these maiden races. They look like they could be the bridesmaid a lot. You know, you catch a later developing or a first-time starter that's working well, boom, it's tough. Yeah, you hope this horse gets through the maiden rank soon. A real good effort, first time for the connections, last time out, Head for the Shore. But you hate it. You open up and you're like, okay, who do I got to run against? Oh, Proctor, Delacour, and McGahee.
Yeah, Shug McGahee.
Tough when you got to do that.
McGahee's arch filly. She'll run better today. The second start, coming off a layoff. Nice bullet half-mile work last out, or recently up there at Fairhill. Forrest Boyce and McGahee, they're 37% around here. And then you have a nice Schoenthal, first-time starter on the outside. Well prepared, I'm sure. 3-year-old filly by Rockslide. Lasix in debut. Sheldon Russell and Schoenthal, they're a nice 26% together. So nice maiden special weight there to kick off the late pick 4. We're running short on time, so let's take a look here at the 9th race. Maiden claiming $40,000 for 2-year-olds, 5.5 on the main track. This race kicks off final pick 3 of the afternoon, and Trombetta's been on a roll with his first-time starters. He scored with oldies but goodies about a month ago. It was a nice $20 winner. You had him on top a couple weeks ago. He scored with the first out winner. Was that a Meyerhoff or a Live Oak Stud, a homebred?
Yeah, we want to get one more here, I hope.
Yeah, Paid Holiday, first-time starter by Into Mischief for trainer Mike Trombetta. We have a stat on the dam here of this horse, 10's Treasures by Coronado's Quest. There we go.
Yeah, the stallion okay with firsters. Into Mischief, 15% with first-time starters on the dirt. Paid Holiday, though, her dam, 10 Treasures. It's 2 first-out winners from 5 starters, 3 for 5 in the money. That bodes well. I only paid $20,000 for this horse. A little protect move for the connections for Rudy, Dino, and Mike. Yeah, RDM stable.
Yep.
I like Paid Holiday right off the bat here in race 9.
Trombetta gets his main man, Pimentel, to ride. She gets Lasix in debut. Some nice works here at Laurel Park, and they took her up to to Fairhill to work her 5 furlong, work him 5 furlongs on the synthetic, and most recently a nice half-mile drill from the gate here at Laurel Park. So should get a nice trip on the outside. We both like the Trombetta horse there. The 10, Paid Holiday. I go with the 4, Much Maligned. A Hammy Smith, first-time starter by Pleasantly Perfect. Gets Alex Centron. 3 nice 5 furlong works here for the debut. The Hammy Smith barn has been heating up, and he's always dangerous with his first-time starters.
It's a good name, Much Maligned, named after my money management skills.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, Hammy right out of the bat, out of still. Half to Royal Hussar, who ran yesterday, ran okay. Love's Last Dash has done really nothing wrong in his first 2 races. Positioned right back behind Oldies but Goodies, was against the grain of the racetrack and kept on quite willingly when angling out for room at the 8th pole. Second time Lasix for a very capable barn, the barn of Keith Nations.
All right, we both like the 7, Sparty. Sheldon Russell aboard this first-time starter for trainer Mike Pino, 2-year-old by Warriors Reward out of a City Zip mare. Bullet works all over the place on the work tab here, so this horse looks ready to roll. Lasix in debut for the 7, Sparty.
Yeah, half the Spartianos, who we know can run either turf or dirt, and 1 Maryland Million Day, stretching out on the grass. 11, maybe a throw-in. Tim Keefe doesn't win a ton. You see debut maiden claim 0 for 25, 2-year-olds 0 for 20, maybe something underneath. By 2 steps also, these horses do okay early, and the mare has had a couple 2-year-old winnings, foals. Bred to go early. Draws a good draw to the outside, a couple okay, good string of workouts. Maybe a price user underneath for Tim Keefe.
All right, nice maiden 40 there in race 9. Let's take a look at our feature of the day. A nice 2 other than allowance feature, optional claiming 25,000, going 5.5 furlongs on the Kelso rail at 35 feet. Can the 4-year-old filly Mona Vista Crossing make it 4 in a row today here at Laurel Park? She's a 3-time winner on the Laurel grass. She was very impressive last out. She had to break. If she was going to get beat, it was last time, breaking from the 1 hole in a tough 10-horse field against Allowance Company. She had to come out of there running, and she did. She went right to the front, 1 wire to wire. Now this is another step up here to 2 other than. This is different air up here in this kind of race, but she's on a roll. This will be her 3rd race back off the layoff. I don't think she's going to regress. I think she's going to be even maybe better today. She's had some nice work since that last win. She's had some nice bullet half-mile works at Charlestown, the Ollie Figgins barn, on a roll. So is Kevin Gomez, one of their main riders. So I think this filly makes it 4 in a row today.
Yeah, she was gasping a little bit late. As you said, though, she had to be used from the inside to get position. She kind of got away, maybe even too keen around the turn, 21 and 3, 43 and 4 to hold on. But my sister Sledge, cemented the fact that she's okay. She came back to run big.
Yeah.
So Mona Vista Crossing, the road will go through her in race number 10. I think the 7's a real tough horse to figure for Kieran. I don't know what happened last time. I still thought at 14 to 1 she had a shot in a sensible lady.
Just draw a line through it.
Yeah, draw a line through it. And the 2 other tries, good. 3 for 5 over this Laurel Turf course with legit buyer figures. This horse gets a good stalking position. My top selection, the 10, Irish Defense. Really didn't face a whole lot at the Meadowlands, but, I think it was the right move. Maybe get this horse's confidence going after a couple defeats. Half the Irish War Cry, Irish Straight Foals are 7 for 24 on the turf. 2 of those came sprinting. I think Irish Defense really strode out well the last 1/8 of a mile in that race. Going to appreciate the extra ground. I think she can move up off of that debut turf track.
And with that stalking speed, should get a dream trip from the 10-hole with Sheldon Russell. It's a nice filly and mare turf sprint
Good
here.
race.
The 8 Northern Eclipse with Hugh McMahon, Katie Davis. She's a 4-time winner here at Laurel Park. Good second last out in the Oakley behind Exaggerated. So Northern Eclipse with a shot. Now the 6 most beautiful, Tom Proctor in the Bug Girl. Ashley Castrenzi beaten favorite at this level last out, but should be right there once again against this group today.
There's Dale again. He had a major excuse too. Back clip heel, stumbled. On that turf race on the 17th, kind of a late run. May not be able to quite get up, but once again, in your exactest tries at Supers, maybe a user underneath. A real quality field in the 10th.
Nice race there to kick off the late daily double. Here we go, race 11, maiden claiming 10,000, 3 and up, going 7 furlongs on the main track, and I'm going with the 6, Miss My People, 3-year-old by Langford here for trainer Robbie Bales. Good second at this level, last out at big 25 to 1 with the Bug Girl, Jen Miller. Jen Miller back aboard today. This isn't the best group of horses. I think today's the day for this 3-year-old gelding. 9 to 2 morning line here on the 6, Miss My People.
Great effort too, back at a big price. I do not know how she got off at 25 to 1 last time. If anybody went back and watched the rerun of that 29th race, we tried to wake you up. 25 to 1 a horse comes back and just misses. Goes from 5.5 to 6. The natural progression here up to 7 furlongs. Let's take a bomb. The 10, Tis an American, 15 to 1 morning line. Gomez stays here. Interesting comment. Rated back, angled into the bad part of the racetrack. Faltered. Given some time, I like the recent improvement in works. 102 and 3 on the 15th of October. Then a 101 and 2. Second start, good angle, 288 positive. That's kind of a layoff, 24%. Let's take a shot.
I
Big
throw
price in the last with the 10.
Yeah, I go against the 13 altogether, but you have the 13 in the exact. I use the horse on my pick 5 ticket. You kind of have to use the horse protectively. A 3-year-old son of Union Rags, big drop here coming off the layoff for the new connections.
Yeah, they just tossed the horse in. I mean, 47 buyer, you know, that's about going to get this race, it looks like.
Yep. All right, we're out of time. Big 11 race card this afternoon. 3 carryovers for you. The big one is that pick 6 carryover, a little over 10,000. That starts in race 6. Nice carryover in the super high 5, over 7,000, 2,400 in that late pick 5. We should have some good handles today. Dave Rodman coming up next. We'll have today's scratches and changes. Good luck.
Good luck.